Welcome to another episode of Relatively Famous, the podcast where I, Chip White, interview relatives of famous people. Now, my sister is Vanna White of Wheel of Fortune. That's why I have a podcast, and yeah, I'm riding her coattails, whatever you want to say, but I love talking to other people. And the cool thing about today's guest, I have Jack and Davis Reid. Now, if you've been following the show, you're going to go back a couple episodes and you're going to see Wil and Langdon Reid, who are the sons of Don and Harold Reid from the Statler Brothers. We got the grandsons on today, who are the sons of Wil and Langdon Reid. So this is gonna be fun. It's kind of like a third generation thing. I'll have to get Don and Harold on to talk about being famous with their kids and grandkids. So I want to thank you, the viewer, for being here. I also want to thank our sponsor. Since this is a third kind of generation thing, if you're looking for the perfect family vacation, want to take your third generation with you, go to visitmyrtlebeach.com. That's visitmyrtlebeach.com. That's my hometown. That's in Myrtle Beach, the coast of South Carolina. There's 60 miles of Grand Strand. There's 2,000 restaurants, 60 or 90 golf courses. You can scuba dive, you can surf, you can fish. There's just a ton of family fun things to do, and you can plan all that at visitmyrtlebeach.com. So, with all that being said, let's welcome Jack and Davis Reid.
Relatively Famous Podcast with Chip White.
Jack and Davis Reid, thank you guys for being here. Okay, Jack, raise your hand.
Right here.
Davis, raise your hand.
Right here.
Okay, and I know who your parents are because I've talked to your parents. Jack, who is your dad?
Wil Reid is my dad.
Yes, and Langdon Reid is my dad.
Okay, and who are your grandfathers?
Harold Reid was my grandfather.
And Don Reid is my grandfather.
Cool. And like your parents, you guys have a duo also, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep, yes, we do.
We're on everything under Jack and Davis Reid.
Yep.
We kept it simple.
Yeah. Hard, yeah.
Yeah, because your parents, your dad's kind of like, Wilson Fairchild. I was like, wait, man, that sounds like a one-person thing. So
We kept it easy, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now I did get to see your dads perform in Fredericksburg before I had them on the show. They just happened to be playing, and dude, I was blown away. I told them both it was more like watching Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis than a country show. Just the humor they have, and of course they're super talented. Tell me about what you guys do and what's like when you perform.
Well, we've learned a lot from them. They are our biggest role models in this world, truly. So, we take a lot after them. We like having fun, as you'll learn through this podcast. We like laughing. We do a lot of comedy, but then we'll bring it right back with the family harmonies and singing all kinds of country music, and then we'll even throw some gospel songs in there. So it's a little bit of everything, but that's about the realm of it.
It is.
Now, did you think growing up that, hey, let's just start a duo, or did it kind of come about later, or has it just been basically ingrained in you from the beginning?
So you can actually say he has been doing music his whole life and always wanted to do it. And I was a little bit of a late bloomer. He was always tugging my leg, wanting me to.
When I was in the womb, they heard me singing Merle Haggard.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, they did. It was yes, he was playing. I was playing basketball though.
Right.
So then, but later on,
your mom said you kicked a lot. You were playing basketball.
I kicked a lot. Yeah, I was jumping in there. Yeah. Do you want to tell a story about kindergarten talent show?
Sure. Yeah, I will tell it.
Please do.
So we had a talent show at the school we went to at our elementary school, and I remember I wanted to sing at it. I was so excited, but like our dad sang together and our granddad sang together. Of course, he'd want to sing with me, right?
Of course I would.
So I went to him. We was actually at Sunday school. We were playing outside on the playground. And I said, "Hey, I'm gonna sing at this talent show. You I'd love you to sing with me. Will you sing with me?" He said, "No." I said, "Well, what do you mean you're not gonna sing with me?" And he didn't sing with me.
Dead serious. No.
And the next 3-4 talent shows, I sang all by myself.
All by himself. I left him alone. But eventually I came around to it. Yeah.
And now he's better than I am. So really this didn't work out in my favor at all.
Now, do you guys play instruments also, or do you just sing? I don't mean just sing. That sounds stupid, but
No. I play guitar and sing.
Yes, and I play piano and sing.
And you also play guitar too. So.
Yeah, we do all sorts of instruments and all sorts of singing. Yeah.
Okay, and I don't do a lot of research, but I have kind of looked you guys up on Facebook and followed you, and that's how we kind of connected again through your dad, but also on Facebook. You kind of go back old school, a bit like original Statler Brothers in your costuming. I don't know how to say it, man. Yeah. Matching outfits. How and why, and I hate to put it this way, but you got to take some heat for that in this day and age, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But it's, we've always tried to, we can get into the Statler thing and love how much, what they did. And we just thought they were the coolest ever. Their suits, their outfits, they were so cool. And then the truth is our dads used to match when they first started.
They did.
So they had all these shirts sitting in a storage unit and somebody had to use them.
And it was just cheaper that way.
Right. I could give you a good story, but really we were just trying to save money.
Yeah. It's a financial thing.
But now, do you take some heat for that from fans? I mean, obviously, I think older fans
sometimes, but honestly, you especially for our crowd, obviously is a bit of an older crowd, so they usually appreciate the fanciness, I guess, in our attire. But no, we have heard a few things that y'all put those silly tacky costumes.
No,
on.
Exactly. Yeah. We were actually playing something. I'm not going to exactly say what it was. Kind of want to make anybody look bad, but we were playing this party. And it was a lot of higher up people.
It was
there, and we were playing. This was just last week.
Yeah,
we were playing, and nobody really cared or really liked it. You go from playing for 1,000 people that love it to nobody cares. That's just kind of where we're at right now.
Yeah.
But we were playing this, and we got done, and I don't think anybody even knew who we were or cared.
No, yeah.
And I was walking through the fancy catering, get me some crab dip, and the lady walks up to me, and she goes, "Son, I really like your costume." It definitely separates us from everybody else.
It does.
Nobody's dumb enough to wear matching outfits. So.
Exactly.
Okay, now, so your dads write some of their own songs. They obviously, like you guys, do a lot of covers of their dads. So, do you guys write also?
Oh, yes. We write all the time. Mm-hmm. We actually just released an album this year.
We released our first album. The title of it is On the Road Education, and it's 8 original songs on there that we both wrote. Some he wrote. I wrote one on there.
Dads or your grandparents and say, "Hey, check this out," or do you kind of just...
It's all of that. Yeah, sometimes, and songwriting's so funny, it hits you at different times. Like, I mean, we could be talking right now and something comes up, you're like, man, that's awesome.
Write that down. Yeah.
Write it down. Or Girl Makes You Mad. Those are really easy to write about. If they break your heart, you never know. Or if you hear a story from somebody else, something happened. And that's what we've explained to people before. We're like, where'd you get that idea? Oh, I know what that was about. Like, a lot of times it's made up. I hate to let everybody down, but a lot of times we saw it somewhere else and it was made up completely.
Yeah, idea hit you out of nowhere.
But definitely getting our parents, our grandparents, approval in the past. It's just, you go to I always rely on my dad to run everything by him. Like, if I'm not sure on something, I'm going to ask. And the cool thing about our dads, they're going to tell you. We have the best relationship. We're all best friends, but.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And honestly, as a duo too, and being best friends like we are, we rely heavily on each other too.
Oh,
I mean, if we get an idea or we write a chorus to a song or something, we'll take a quick voice memo. If no matter where he is, if he's out of town or I'm out of town, we'll send it to each other and be like, hey, just honest thoughts. So we bounce plenty of ideas off each other. I think that's what makes us so special as a duo also, is you see some people get into the business and they're not really close. They're just doing
I want to break up. I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, he wants that.
We'll do it after the podcast.
No, but I just need this. Yeah, I mean, for the podcast. But us being best friends, we've always been close. So there's no hard feelings or anything we do.
Well, you got to get about another 30 years or 40 years so that when you say you're going to break up, people will be like heartbroken about it. You can't be throwing it out when you're too young.
There's enough people paying attention to care. We got to make it worth it if we're going to break up.
Yeah.
What's been the most satisfying thing for you guys musically, watching your – I mean, kind of like run me through your life. And like I talked to your dads. Run me through your life as even the younger generation really seeing what your grandparents and your parents have done. What's that life been like for you guys?
Man, it's so crazy, and that's a great question because I don't think anybody's ever worded it quite like that. It's so interesting to see it, because people even when we were little or something, you'd be in school and be like, "Oh, your family's famous," and we've always hated that term because it's like, well, we don't think of it like that. Yeah. We just think of it as that's what they did. They go get on a stage. But they've always been like our idols, they were all of them were so amazing and so cool. So growing up with it, everybody has a different story of how they do. Like, we just think it was awesome.
Yeah.
We just thought it was the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
We always have. And then I would say the biggest accomplishment for us is like seeing, when you get the energy back from a crowd that you're giving to them.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're at a funny spot right now. We're finally building a fan base and people that are really excited about us. But then you also have sometimes you go do things that you need to go do, to pay for the bus that you didn't really want to do. Yeah. And so it's just so funny the different things we get to do. But I would say the most satisfying thing is when people are having as much fun as we are giving it to them.
Absolutely. And I'll use that too. Like, again, with our recording too, we both love the studio. I love recording also. But like when you put out original music like that and then you play it in your shows and you see people singing the songs that you've written, that's satisfying. Like, wow, this is actually reaching an original idea from us is actually affecting somebody else, and that's just cool to see. You don't ever think that it might.
Yeah, I'm not a singer. My wife will tell you that. I'm not really a musician, but I've loved music all my life. I've been DJ and made films and stuff. And when I'm watching an audience, when I have a film out and I'm watching, in the audience, and when the joke hits or the drama thing hits, and you see the audience or do something, and it worked. It's got to be kind of the same feeling.
Yes.
And that's what feels so good. It's like I don't even know how to explain it. It creates something that you just want more of.
Yes.
It's what we're all chasing. It's more of whatever that is.
It is addicting. Yeah.
So you guys have obviously grown up together. I'm assuming pretty close.
Yes. Mm-hmm. About a mile away from each other.
Yeah. In 1 year.
Okay. Has there been a time where I hate my cousin kind of comes into
besides the whole time?
No, not other than yesterday. No, not really. I can't think of it. No, we've honestly always been best friends, and we joke about this. I mean, the only time we probably ever fought was in a wiffle ball game in the backyard, and 10 minutes later it was fine. We've never had a long-lasting thing at all.
No, it is funny because we think very similarly, and we've been. It's hard for us to really get into it. We match each other's moods well, too. Again, just growing up and being best friends. If there's someone either of us want to text, it's always going to be each other.
Right.
And so it just works so much well when you get into – you got to be careful you get into business, too. But when you get into business with your best friend, it's worked well for us at least.
It's worked well for him. I'm getting screwed.
Yeah.
Hey, well, you guys said you had a bus, so you must be doing something right, because I know a lot of guys in vans. Okay, Davis, what's your most memorable Christmas?
My most memorable Christmas. Okay, I wish I could tell you the year, but I do remember. Maybe I was 13 or so, and my grandfather Don, he gave me a gold watch of his, and that's probably the most memorable gift, I'd say, at least. So I don't know if that's the most memorable Christmas, but definitely the most memorable gift. So I guess that kind of balances out. So
Jack, do you remember that Christmas he's talking about?
I actually do remember the Christmas because I remember he called me and showed me the watch.
Wow. That's awesome.
And I've been planning to steal it ever since.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, that's funny.
Jack, what's your most memorable Christmas?
Most memorable. I love this question. This podcast is fun. We're getting questions we don't usually get.
Yeah.
Most memorable Christmas. Christmas has always been so special to me. Like, I've always just loved Christmas season.
Yeah.
And what we used to do, we'd start waking Dad up at 4 a.m, and just start, Santa come, and he'd be like, let me sleep at least till 6. So that was always the rule. We'd start at 4. I remember one year, this is just getting sidetracked a little bit, I'll make it quick, but one year all my siblings had slept in one room because we were so excited. And we kept this, I would say this is my most memorable one. I don't know how old I was, and I don't remember what I got. I've always got whatever I asked for, I was spoiled. But I remember we started waking him up at like 4. And he's like, all right, you got to wait at least till 6. I got to get a little more sleep. And then we all went back to our bedroom and me and my brother's room. And we had air mattresses blown up. But it was the biggest mess. And we all started jumping around singing Joy to the World as loud as we could. I mean, we wouldn't stop. I can only imagine how livid he was. But
that's a movie scene.
Yeah, it was. Joy to the world. We were thrilled. But then we got up at 6 and saw what Santa brought us. So it was great.
That's awesome.
That's good. Okay, so Davis, you have brothers and sisters also?
I have one sister, one older sister.
Okay. Is music a part of your siblings' lives?
Besides listening to it all the time, no. No, it's not. And she would kill me if I just told you this, but she is an incredible singer, but she has no use to sing in front of anybody whatsoever.
But she can.
She can. I mean, like,
and she's going to hate this when she sees this.
Yeah.
But we love you, Caroline.
We love Caroline, but yes. No, I mean, miles ahead of me as a singer, too. She's very good, but no music in her life as far as playing it at all.
Jack, how about your siblings?
No, none of my siblings really took after music like we did. You know, my brother was very interested in drumming there for a really long time, and he was a really good drummer. But he just kind of, he did his own thing, and he kind of got away from that. But no, it's really funny. We were the only two out of the batch
it's true.
to love music and be involved in it and want to do it because none of them have any interest in doing it.
Yeah.
Okay. If you could convince them to get on stage with you, what song would you ask them to sing with you?
Gotta be Ella, Ice Ice Baby.
Oh, yeah, probably Ice Ice Baby with my little sister Ella. That's probably what I'm going for. We made her do it one night. We were playing this place not too far from home. We had a sold out show wherever people were everywhere. It was so much fun. And we just do stupid stuff on stage. You have to see a show to understand. We are classic country, but then we'll do whatever if we're probed by somebody.
Yeah.
The guy kept yelling Ice Ice Baby, so our band immediately went into it. And I started singing it, and then my little sister was there, and I made her get up there and do it with me. So that's probably that. That would
she
be
killed it, yeah.
All right, Davis, what song would you ask your sister? Caroline, is that right?
Yes, Caroline. What song would I ask her to sing? That's a great question. I really don't. You know, it might be maybe a gospel song or something. Maybe like What a Friend We Have in Jesus or something. She likes, yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah, probably something like that, maybe.
You know what I'd get her to sing?
What'd you get?
Don't Blame Me.
Don't Blame Me. Oh my gosh, that's true. That's on our album too. We wrote that one. Yeah.
So are you saying you blamed her for a lot of things?
Yes.
Or she blamed you for a lot of things?
Read between the lines there.
Okay. I know your dads have performed with your grandparents. Has there been all six of you on stage or have you performed?
Because they were retired when we came along.
Yeah.
So they were retired when we came along, and my grandfather passed in 2020.
Right.
So we never got to do anything all together on stage. The closest we've ever gotten to doing that on stage has been recently with our dads.
We've been on stage with our dads. We're actually hopefully going to start doing a good bit of shows with them too. But yeah, we did. But
that's the closest we've gotten to that.
For sure.
Yeah, I see your dad's posting about it. And of course, you guys are all big on social media, which is good because I'm really going to ask you to share the snot out of this once it comes out.
Hey, we're going to do it.
If you could perform with your grandparents and your dads, what 3 songs do you think that they would want to do with you? Not what you'd want to do, that they'd want to do with you.
Wow. I mean, to be honest, I don't really know what they'd want to do with me. I would say one would be Amazing Grace.
That's exactly what I thought of.
I think we all would probably love to be around that
exactly
one.
What I thought of. Ice Ice Baby.
I can see Harold and Don doing that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Get a backwards hat and all. I've seen him do it.
I've seen it. No, Amazing Grace, that's immediately came to my mind. Man, what else? I mean,
I think you got to do let's just say Class 57, just because it's so nostalgic.
That's good.
And I'm going to let you take the last one.
That's good. Man, maybe I'll go to My Grave Loving You.
Yeah,
Right, Bed of Roses.
Yeah.
Those two. Yeah, those are awesome.
Our producer's back there clapping, saying, "Good choice."
Good. Good.
So, when did you guys start touring? And what's been, I won't say the biggest show, what's been the furthest, let's just say the furthest from home. Let's start with that.
We started traveling right about 3 years ago now. And I say traveling, we started doing shows together. We weren't really traveling yet.
Yeah.
And we actually, it was right before you started playing music.
Yes.
And I got a call, because I would post videos with my guitar that were awful, but I was young, I was excited, So a lady had called and was like, "Hey, if you want to come downtown Stanton, we're doing some Christmas bazaar or whatever it was, and you play some Christmas songs, you can set out a guitar case, try to make some money." So I'm like, great. But once again, like the talent show, didn't want to do it by myself. So this time I tried to talk Davis into it. And at first, he was going to drum on a shoebox. You remember this?
Yes.
We went over Christmas songs in my room.
In your room. I remember that.
And then, God willing, I don't know where it came from. 2 weeks later, he's like, yeah, I've learned some Christmas songs on the piano. And I come to his house, and it's like Billy Joel sat down. I don't know where it happened. But we started doing that. And then, all our family came down and put money in the tip jar. So we thought we were making big bucks.
We thought we hit it. Yeah.
And then that same week, a lady from the nursing home called over the hill. And she was like, hey, if y'all boys want to come over here and sing, what would y'all charge? And I immediately started making up a story. I said, well, we're playing a coffee shop for $100. Think he give us that? She's like, yeah, I think I can pull that off. I called him. I said, you're not going to believe this. I said, we're going to make $100 singing at the nursing home.
Yeah, I put a down payment on a Corvette after that.
A little toy Corvette.
Yeah, a little toy one. Yeah, and that was December of 21, I believe. So then the following year is when we started playing a good bit of shows, and then traveling around. And then you asked the furthest.
Well, I guess we went on the cruise. We were in the Bahamas, right?
Yeah, we play a cruise with our dads the past 2 years.
But U.S. ground, I think the first we played is Iowa.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah, we've gotten offers from farther places, but yeah.
Well, after this comes out, you're gonna get offers all around the world because
exactly, man.
We're gonna Dubai and stuff.
Yeah. What do you hope that it's kind of a stupid question, but not because some people don't want to sell out. And I say, dude, go as big as you can go. Do you guys hope to go as big as you can go, or do you never want to be called a sellout? Does that make sense?
No, I know. I hear 100% what you're saying. Yes, the goal is to get as big as possible. And I would say the sellout thing, and you can elaborate on this, but the sellout thing to me is when people get bad record deals or something, or they sell out and they didn't get a good deal.
Right.
We've been taught very well by our parents and grandparents what to expect from the business. But yes, the goal is big as
you can get. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, I think you said that very well.
So do you think that's easier now with social media? Because record deals aren't what they used to be. And artists would tell you, your dad told me that, And I'm bummed I didn't have my Wilson Fairchild hat today.
Well, I think maybe on one hand, it's easier to get out there because of social media, but there's also, because of social media, there's so many more acts trying to do it. I think there's a lot more people trying to go for it. So I think
you could argue both sides.
Exactly.
I think if you got the right break, and this is just me talking. I'm not saying I'm right.
No.
I think if you got the right break back in the day, you had way more of a chance of making it big.
Yes.
But even now, necessarily, if you get a video to go viral, you get a few 100,000 views or whatever. We've done a lot of that.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily mean you become a star tomorrow at all.
Yeah.
So give and take all of it. I don't know, but I would say it may even be harder because there's so much talent out there on social media.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So do you guys ever think of, and I can't remember if I asked your dads this or not, a little bit of the old fashioned, go to radio stations and push your record? I mean, like the old fashioned way. People still listen to the radio. I mean,
no, absolutely. The only problem with that is a lot of that is not the radios did, but it doesn't work exactly like going to your small town radio station and say, hey, we all play this, we'll do an interview, and they'll play it. It's turned into everything so corporate, and I'm not complaining, just saying.
Sure it is.
Everything has turned to such corporate. If you're not signed with a huge label, you're not getting played on the radio. And and no one's going to give you the time of day because they get sent so many songs, and this is who you go play when you go play it. And I'm not saying that's everybody. I'm just saying majority, that's how it works.
Well, a lot of it is all automated now. The DJs don't even pick the music, don't even play it. Smaller stations, they do a lot of independent. I listen to a lot of smaller country music stations out here in Texas and in the hill country and stuff, and here's some cool stuff because those guys are actually trying to find some new music. Yeah. So if you guys hadn't been listening to that, there's this duo called Jack and Davis, man. You should be checking out their music.
Absolutely. See, I like this guy.
This is what I like to see. Yeah.
What has been the funnest show for you, Jack?
Man, that is tough. I will say, and this is going to sound like a really bad answer because it was so recently. One of the best shows we've had yet was in Kentucky about a week or two ago. And I'm not saying it was the best. I'm just saying it was right up there. We had the crowd. It was with our dads. We opened for them. They did it, and then we came back out and sang together. But when from the second we hit the stage, the moment the lights went out that night, we had that crowd in our hands, and they were so great to us, and we were so grateful for them because, I mean, you could do anything and the place would erupt. It was just one of those nights that everything was working that we wanted to work. So I hate to say that. Obviously, the 4th of July is really special, but I'll turn it over to you. But that would be my answer right now.
I mean, I'm with you. I hate to say that also because it's so recent. But I'll be boring, but I'll say that too. It's just any of those shows where you can just where everything works, because that we are more than just music, or we try to be. At least we try to be entertainers too. Like we said, we have comedy. We we engage with the crowd. We talk to each other. We're doing more than just getting up there and singing. So when all those things are clicking, all those shows, there's just a different feeling. There's just something. It makes you just feel. You can get back in the dressing room and just sit down and breathe. Like, yes, thank you, Lord. That was a good one.
Yeah. Nothing feels shorter than a good show, but nothing feels longer than a bad one.
I like that. Yeah,
that is true, man. I remember I was going to try to do stand-up comedy at one time, and I would MC short shorts and wet T-shirt contests at this country western club, and man, when you're on. It's awesome, but when you're telling a joke and it's crickets,
it's nothing worse, man.
It hurts.
That's okay. Which one's older, Jack or Davis?
I'm older by 1 year.
About 1 year. And you guys were in high school together too, right?
Yes, for the most part. I'm about to say I ended up finishing online, but we grew up. We were always with each other.
Yeah, like school. Yeah, especially hanging out. We were always together.
Who got in the most trouble in school, and who instigated it, if that happened?
I'm probably going to take the crown on this one.
Probably him.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I was misunderstood, Chip. I really think that was the problem.
It was everybody else's fault.
They didn't really particularly like my humor.
They don't understand it.
But everybody else thought it was funny. And they back to the crowd thing. When they're laughing, you keep telling a joke. You don't lay off of it.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I would say me. I mean, nothing tremendous. Nothing like that would make anybody, just squall. No, but just typical stuff that I probably should have kept my mouth shut.
Yeah.
Now, somebody mentioned basketball. So, Davis, did you play basketball in school?
Yes, sir. I played basketball and baseball from, I don't even know, ever since I grew up till I graduated.
And was really good, by the way. Stand up, Trim, I told you. This guy's a beast.
We're both tall, by the way.
Yeah, but I mean,
that's
like Michael Jordan right there. Look at the height of
a giraffe on the podcast.
So did you think about pursuing sports before your cousin really bent your arm?
That was That was always the plan for me. Honest to God, it was basketball for a while. It was really always basketball until I started playing the piano. To be honest with you, and it was a complete 180. I just fell in love with music. Honest to God, but no, ever since I was growing up till I was probably about 14 or 15, that's all I wanted to do. I wanted to play basketball.
Well, I can tell you that it's easier to walk into a room and play the piano and have the girls go, ooh, than to go, I'm a baseball player.
Hard to promote yourself that way.
It makes the girls go, I want to learn how to play the
piano. So now, do you play on stage and Gilly hauled a dang grand piano around. Do you haul a piano?
I'm not as strong as Gilly. No. I just have a keyboard, and again, he plays guitar on there. So we both, and we have a band too. I don't know if you were going to ask about that later, but we have bass and drums, then he's guitar and keys.
I was going to ask you, are band friends from way back, or are they musicians that just kind of came about because family connections?
So our drummer, our drummer's not retired yet, but he's working on it. And then our bass player is retired. We used to have another bass player that was good friends with us, and with work and life, he just kind of had to go his own way. But Jim Hall, who's drumming for us, we were playing a lawn party.
That's a good story, yeah.
And he showed up in this guy in mechanic clothes. I mean, he was filthy, and he's standing on the side of the stage. He said, "Y'all got a drummer?" We're like, "Do you see drums?" "No, we don't got a drummer." He's like, "You want me to go get mine and play with y'all?" And usually me and him aren't very up for that. We're very, it's got to be prepared.
We want to sound good, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know. But we were looking at the crowd. It was about an hour before, and it didn't look like anybody was going to come. This was back in we've been playing for like half a year.
Yeah.
maybe a year.
Yeah, maybe.
So we were like, you know what, buddy? Go back and get your drums. That'd be great. Yeah. You know, we were laughing about it. Like, it's going to be awful, whatever. Well, before he gets back, the place starts spilling. There was a lawn party, and people start bringing lawn chairs from everywhere. And then I'm like, oh, my gosh, what have we done? But he set up his drum, and he's a killer drummer.
He's so good.
He's amazing. Yeah. So we hired him then, and he hadn't left us yet. So, okay.
Yeah. Drummers are strange guys. My wife was playing a gig at the Santa Monica Pier. And afterwards, this guy comes in and goes, hey, I'm a drummer. I got a 27-piece drum kit. And we're like, oh, cool. He goes, so you got a card? No, I'm going to get one. And they're like, well, where's your drums? Well, they're in storage, but there's 27 pieces. Like, okay, dude, that's cool. But, you know.
What are you going to do about that?
Yeah. So we always laugh. You got a card? No, not yet. I'm going to get some made.
No, not yet.
That's good.
What are the easiest topics for you guys to write music together? Because I know you both said you write some separately. When you're writing together, is there a specific topic that's easier for you?
You know what? I would say not even necessarily. It's whatever's on our mind. And if we can, because usually we can both get there, you know, and like, sometimes we write by ourselves, sometimes we write together. But if we ever come up with an idea together or we start writing something, both of us can get there pretty quick. Obviously, you know, the love gone bad stories are always good ones to write. You know, that's just classic country right there. You know, there's so many songs written about that. But we also like being creative and coming up with a different way to say it, but say the same thing. You know, so I would say it's kind of wide open.
Yeah, it is.
I know it's kind of a pitiful answer, but
but I agree with you. Yeah.
Okay, this is a throw off question. It's really you have to think about. All right. I'm going to ask the question, then you can answer. Whoever wants to answer it first. Right. What did your childhood smell like?
Whew. Wow. What did my childhood smell like? Steak and perfume.
What a great answer.
Top that one.
Well, that's hard to top. But, what did my childhood smell like? Probably whatever Yankee candle my mom had in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I guess that's probably about all. Black ice. The things you put in your truck, those like tree refreshers. Yeah. My dad has some things in there stocked up. So I'll say that. Black ice car set fresh or whatever.
Which is different than Ice Baby. Completely different.
No, completely different. Yeah.
Okay. Last question. Okay. What did I not ask you, or what did you really want people to know that we didn't talk about?
We didn't talk about.
I have $1 billion.
Can I borrow some?
Yeah, that's all I have though.
What did you not ask us about? You did a great job.
You did do a really good job.
I just want you to know that. Not that you don't know that, but I love it because it's hard to come up with new questions. We'd even talked about it before. You know, all the time when we do radio interviews, it's just like it's the same thing. But you switched it up, and it was fun.
I like that
a
lot.
Different questions that we wish we'd have talked about. I would say, here, let's just cover this, because I know we talked about maybe covering it. When people hate comment on Facebook.
There you go. There it is.
And I'm just going to elaborate for a second.
take
I just want everybody to know, whoever comments that, buddy, we really don't care. and when you type it again and type it again and type it again, I care even less.
So there you go.
That's close. You got anything?
No, that's all. That's it. That's all I wanted to be.
Okay.
That's
it. That's awesome, man. Jack, Davis, this has been fun. You guys are like your parents. You're hilarious. A lot of energy. I look forward to seeing you perform somewhere.
Absolutely.
I'm not sure where it'll be. If you're in Texas, give us a holler. If I get that way, I'm going to holler.
That's good.
Yeah, Philip said he'll open for you guys. I'll get Philip and my wife both to open for you.
Hey, bring it on. Yeah. All the above.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for being on, and tell your dads I said hey.
Hey, we'll do it. Thank you for having us.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, Jack and Davis Reid are hilarious, man. They got tons of energy, probably more than their dads. Of course, they are a little younger. And I really want to thank them for being on, man. It was awesome. I want to thank you, the viewer, the listener. I'm humbled that you take the time. We wouldn't even have a podcast if you guys weren't listening. And I hope that you will go to visitmyrtlebeach.com. That's visitmyrtlebeach.com. plan a family vacation. There's House of Blues, there's other music, there's 60 miles of beach. It's practically year-round now. The weather's tremendous most of the time. There's a ton of restaurants, probably 2,000 restaurants. You can go by my childhood home, take a little selfie in front of it, and you can find all that on visitmyrtlebeach.com. And I want to thank Nelco Media and Nelco Comics for the cool comic book shop we record in. If you're looking for a cool comic book, I bet they have it. That's Nelco Comics in San Antonio. If you happen to be related to someone famous or know someone related to someone famous, reach out to me at podcastrelativelyfamous@gmail.com. Podcastrelativelyfamous@gmail.com. I'm always looking for cool, fun guests. Thanks.
You've been listening to Relatively Famous with Chip White. Please like and subscribe to Relatively Famous with Chip White.